So jumping into today's video, there's a lot of cool stuff that I want to get done. And it's not going to really involve a lot of vaults. It's actually going to involve immersive engineering and creating ourselves a storage system. Some sort of semi-auto sorting system, actually. And all of this can be done with conveyor belts. But before we do that, we don't have a whole lot of room, as you can see. And I think what I'm going to do is expand the back of the base. And this is actually going to extend past our circular barrier, as this barrier was mostly temporary, just to sort of somewhat keep mobs out. And it's actually done a great job, done an amazing job thus far. I've not had a single creeper roll into my base, just zombies. And that's fantastic. So what am I going to do? Well, I actually want to move this out, sort of link it, and have a pretty large area back here that I'm gonna have to clear out. And yeah, we're gonna turn this into a sort of industrial area. I think that's gonna look pretty good. All of this is going to be revolving around immersive engineering. Now, I went ahead and got my villagers upgraded. So this villager is max upgraded. Notice it didn't open too much, but it did open this, which is a material deposit map, which should show me a chunk that a material's in. That's something for later on. At the moment, this is not important, but still scaffolding, great for building, concrete, great for building, and treated wood planks, fantastic for building. This guy, still not linking to the banner. I almost wonder if it's got to be something very specific. Max this out, so we do have a bunch of gun parts, which is really nice. And this right here, this barrel, we have a fire rate of 74, and we got a pretty nice, a decent roll in that 31%. We might make the revolver. Because we do have silver cartridges, which would be great for killing zombies. The problem with the revolvers is it just becomes sort of tedious to reload and everything. So that's a thing. Now we did get MV cables, which is pretty nice, and some nice Faraday armor from this, and fluorescent tubes, which is actually kind of cool what those fluorescent tubes can do. But you do need a way to power them, so that's interesting. And then also the revolver thing, which can apply shock damage, which is pretty nice. I noticed, by the way, the railgun has been disabled. You can't craft it, so that's a thing. Then we also ended up getting a steel drill head. That's pretty nice. Steel machine components. All of this stuff is really nice. Also, ear defenders are really handy as well, allowing us to block out basically the Minecraft game sounds. Yeah, that's a feature of that. So I want to go ahead and get building. What I'm going to do is start here, and this is going to extend out, and I want to create some sort of like crane arm that overhangs this area, as if it's like picking up chests and carrying them over there. So in those areas, in this area that I'm about to build, it is going to have like a crane that is reaching over and like trying to pick up chests, because what I want is a deposit area. Honestly, the deposit area is going to be, I think, down here. And I want to be able to take my crates that I get, and I just want to place my crate like right here. And I want this to start pulling the items, conveying them, reaching all the way up here, pulling them through the walls, and it should come up through a conveyor belt. And then we are going to set up a conveyor system that is hopefully going to sort out items. That's the whole idea. So far, I have this platform built off. It's not exactly what I want, but man, the cranes turned out awesome. I really love the way these cranes look. I have them picking up chests, as you can see right here. Kind of gives it a really nice aesthetic. But I have these chests here, and I really want to put them to use. And I was thinking of trying to come up with a way to use conveyors to do this. So at the moment, I was just kind of experimenting a little bit with conveyors, and well, they're not exactly the greatest thing in the world as far as like they're great for moving items from place to place, but they don't work in ways that you might think. So you might be wondering, well, this doesn't connect, right? This all goes in one direction, and the only way to get a conveyor to turn directions is by adding a conveyor and going a different direction like this, and so on and so forth. And they can do things like this, right? But you run into a problem. What if you want to put something in split? Well, you can't. You'd have to use a splitter conveyor belt to do that. And well, that doesn't work exactly the way that you might think either. even if you go to rotate, the only way you can get the conveyor belts to merge like this is to send items to the conveyor belt, which all in all, that does make sense. So if we remove all the conveyor belts, let's talk about how we're actually going to route items into these chests. So there's this thing called an item router, and item routers are quite amazing because they can do several different things. So for example, you can send an item in and it is actually going to output, I believe, the first connected inventory that it's hooked to. So for example, if I remove this, and then put a conveyor here and rotated the conveyor so it's facing the other way, now we have this, which is going to move up and go out. So this is actually a connected inventory, and as you can see, it spits it out. Now, the good thing about these item routers is they can connect directly to an inventory like a chest. And they'll actually send the item into the chest as well. So we'll put a chest into the chest, and as you can see, bam, they're right there. So what happens if this chest is full? Well, then it will send it to the next adjacent inventory if there's a spot for it to go into. And that's where we're going to use item routers as a means to fill up mass storage. And this is actually, yeah, this is going to be a pretty simple task. Now, another bonus of these is there's a filter for every single direction. And every single one of these filters can be set to accept tags on items. So if you have stone, Minecraft stone, and you put it in there, you can select that tag, and anything that is tagged forged stone, which is a lot of stuff, like this is forged stone, this is forged stone, anything that is considered a stone material will end up in the chest. And another cool thing is, let's say we send this to the top, we put stone in here or a chest in here, and this sends to the top. Well, now we have another filter. So all those items we just sent to the top can be filtered in here as well. And thus we can say, hey, if we have another inventory connected to this, we can say, all right, well, if all stone's going in here, well, I need to fill this slot and say, let's just say, well, not stone. Let's just say this is east, right? We'll say, all right, well, only chests can go east and only chests will end up in here. Everything else like that will just end up hanging there because there's nowhere else for anything to go. But if I was to throw this in here, then chests will end up going in based on that filter. Pretty cool, right? So let's put this to use. Like, that's going to be something, I mean, I'm hoping this works. I'm hoping I can just have like a single elevator that goes right into this. But here's the thing I haven't tested. Is it going to randomly fill, or is it going to go into the first inventory slot? I don't know. So if I throw a few different items in here, what's it going to do with all those items? So this chest was my test chest to say that this inventory is full. Okay, so it randomly splits up the items, it looks like, because it's sending into this inventory to this one, and then when we have all of these set up, it's going to use all of this as a random inventory. Not exactly what I want, I don't think. So I may have to set these up a little bit differently. So I've been working on many different designs to figure out what would look best and what would give me the most flexibility as far as item sorting and routing would go. And I think this option is going to be the best. Plus, I can actually make this look a little bit better by designing something on the outer side. And we have access for other storage and stuff, maybe like a pass-through here. Instead of having this mass storage, we'll just end up creating a pass-through. And it'll give me access to what is going to be auto-sorted. So, right here is our auto-sorting wall. And honestly, I want to have like items, like every item that we could possibly think of be sorted and be put in. And it may seem a little bit impossible to do that, but I think this is going to be possible. So what we should be able to do is route everything into this first item router. And then what this first item router is going to do is we're going to define where a certain item should go. And we're going to say, hey, send items here into this if it matches whatever certain criteria we want on the green here, which is west. And that's going to send into this yellow, and we're going to say, okay, blue and red, you know, it can accept. This right here should be, mostly a mass storage. This I want hopefully set up so that way we can use this for all of our like vault items. I wish this had a mod sort so we could just sort everything by mod. That would be really handy, but I really hope this works. And then if all else fails here, I could create another conveyor belt system. Believe it or not, this will actually send to the side directly if it's not even connected like this. And it actually will send to the top and to the bottom. So there's a lot of possibilities as far as that goes, but we could have a conveyor belt system that routes here, and then this gets routed into this, right? So lots of possibilities here, and I just got to get to configuring the items, and hopefully I can get this to work. So I think I figured this out. So I'm going to extend this way with the storage. I think that's going to look a lot better. And this also lines up perfect with my conveyor belts down here. So let's take a look at what I'm doing with the conveyor belts. I have this right here, which is an extractor. So if I place a chest here or here, which is perfect because it's not perfect, but it just looks really good to the eye. If you place a chest here, this is going to route items into this side. You place them here, they're going to go into the left side. So what I can do is I can have storage blocks go over here, and I can have any other thing like vaults and all the vault items and stuff like that that I really like. I already sort the chests anyways, so I can have all my vault stuff go into this side. And that's going to be good enough storage until we get into refined storage, I think. It's actually pretty simple, and I don't think I'm going to worry about any sort of like labeling of items, because I was looking at, how would I go about doing this and how many tags are on items, and I noticed that not a lot of stuff is actually tagged. So for example, this rocky dirt, it's tagged with block tag, vault, or ignore, which is nothing. It's not tagged with like dirt or anything like that. So a little bit weird. So I'd have to specifically say that thing's what it is, which there's tons of blocks. So that's going to be incredibly difficult. I think just putting them all into a storage is going to work. Now it is going to randomize the chests. And I don't really have a good way of getting around that. It is just going to place them as if it's mass storage, and that's okay. That's definitely for the larger blocks. And if this gets full, the cool thing is I can actually route this over to a new set of routers, and then have new chests, and we can have this divided up and make it look nice and everything. I think that's going to be perfect. Now I should be able to use these conveyor belts to line up with everything at the bottom. Let's hop down. I'm getting so excited forgetting to eat my food. I'm gonna end up dying of starvation. But anyways, right here, we need to line this up, and we need to have a conveyor belt going up like this, and this should connect. I don't know if I might need another set, but that's not a huge deal. All it is this, and then these regular conveyor belts, and then the hammer really helps. I don't think you can do this without the hammer, because you're gonna get into sections like this where you're extending out like that. Does it not connect? I don't actually know. Let me remove that. Place that. Then can I place this? I might have to get up there and see. Oh, I think it's because these are turned the wrong way. There we go. And no. Place some blocks. When you get in these really tight situations, it doesn't work so well. Let's see. That works. How do these work? Let me try this out. Okay, so I just probably need a solid block to place them on. Let's try this. Placing them on a solid block. Because that's what it looks like it needs. It looks like that bottom conveyor needs a place to set on. So just like this? No? I feel like that should be working. It does place, but it places above. And that's not what the conveyors have done. Oh. Oh, there it goes. Well, that was convenient. So let's test this bad boy out and see if it works. So let's just assume we have a boss crate that's got, you know, a little bit of, you know, random vault gear and vault stuff in it. And I put it over here. That's the vault side. So it should start pulling all the items out. And it should be putting them into this chest. Now, it is going to be doing it randomly. Or at least it's supposed to be. I might have to check here and see what exactly is it doing. Because I may have had a conveyor belt that was actually turned the wrong way or something. Very good chance that that's the case. Or, let's see. What's going on down here? So the items are... Actually, let me see. Why are the items stuck? So it does look like there is a conveyor that is going the wrong way. And there we go. That looks like everything is good. Pop back out of here. And we should be good now. Okay, yeah, this should be sending, yep, all the items into their individual chests. And like I said, yeah, it is going to be a little bit random on where it actually puts them, but it is going to keep them all contained to these chests. So I think this might actually make this look a little bit better. Covering them up. Yeah, this actually is going to fit right in. I've been trying to clean this up, making my whole area look a little bit nicer. I wanted to spend today's episode, you know, just sort of building. I'm probably going to still run another vault, but at the moment, this is just kind of nice. Just kind of, you know, methodically just placing blocks. I mean, that is what this game is all about. I mean, right? Right. So I did mention vault, right? Well, I can't leave you guys hanging. We are going to have to run at least one vault today. And let's hope it's a good one. This is, I mean, I have one more crystal left before I have to start making some more. And plentiful and fast. You know what? I am actually happy with this, and it's an ore room, which, oh, and this right off the bat, 7 mob kills. Does plentiful mean double chance for vault ores? I've got to make use of this because that's a thing. So the vault ores I really need. And like this right here is actually pretty good at mining them out. Right there's one. Oh, this tool is like super handy. The only problem, yeah, is just like I do need to kill these, so it is kind of nice that they're right here. Look at that. And is this going to be a difficult treasure run? I don't know. Don't know if it's going to be or not. We'll see. Is this an X room? No way. We have found so many of these recently. I really hope this one is actually a good one though. Oh, this could be bad and good. Let's heal up. Man, I want to do it. Like, this is probably worth it in itself. We just need building blocks. Shouldn't be too difficult. I do also want to pop this. And just go ahead and dump everything, you know, just in case. We need those. All right, let's do this. Please be good. Please be good. Oh boy. Come on, the last few have been so bad. Oh, this is good. This is good. This is real good. Oh god. Oh goodness. Yep. Okay. I'm happy. Honestly, there's so many. I don't even know where to start. Oh, they're all gilded. They could possibly be trapped. Or, as well. Oh, I'm like beyond. Oh, there's so much, and I have so little time. This is the stuff that I needed. Oh man, imagining going in that door. Wow, do we not get any, like, great chests? Oh, that one spawned in mobs. Could really use a health right now. Alright, as much as I love this, I've got to, like, get out of here. We still have mobs to find. And I don't want to die. It's getting close. I am so close, but unfortunately, we're not going to be able to get those last literal 2 items. We're so done. Oh no. Oh, that was so close though. I think if we had the extra time and it wasn't that extended, I think we would be so much better off. I just think that extra extended, or the fast on that timer, took away those extra few minutes that we needed to complete this. But hey, at least it's experience. And you know what? I'm happy with the loot I got, because it was some pretty fantastic loot, I must say. Let's take a look at what actually we ended up getting, because this wasn't a bad run. Like, not gonna lie. Pretty good. Other than all the junk and stuff that we ended up, you know, getting on us, I think this was actually pretty good. Especially since we got the X marked room in the first one out of 3 so far that I've run. The first one that actually gave me something worthwhile. I still wish it was the ore room, but still, the one full of the chest, I think that one was pretty good too. Take a look at what we got. So, here it is. Let's hope we got something good, because I didn't look at these. A mega torch, that could be useful, especially around our base. A legendary treasure, and vault essence. I feel like those are pretty good and worth spending our money on. I love this pit over here. The pit of trash can. You know what? Now that I have this, I can actually automate the trash can with, yeah, I can just have a cactus setting here, and I can create another chest and call it trash, and anything I throw in it will pump it into a cactus. That actually might be pretty cool. I could do that. It'd be a whole lot easier than this. I could just click the items into a chest. All right, so now that I've got this mostly cleared out, let's go ahead and buy a few things, because I'm definitely wanting to buy that treasure and see what it is, because it can be basically anything. And then we also ended up getting some pants finally, and I think we also rolled something else. I feel like we rolled something else. I could be wrong. I thought we ended up getting another one. Did it not? No, I guess I didn't. Okay. So, vault essence. Let's do this. Oh, and by the way, I also want to open up all of my mystery boxes because I have tons of them. Let's see. How much is this going to be? A torch is 10 and a legendary box is 2. That's really cheap. I'm getting both. Mega torch, so I don't have to buy that mod. And this. Huh. What is this going to be, though? All we got to do is right-click to find out. And it's a pair of boots. That's normal treasure. Pair of leggings. Let's roll these leggings. While those are rolling, we can also roll these. We actually have a pretty decent pair of leggings on right now. That one's not that great. Ooh, these are rare. Level 49. Okay, we just ended up getting a really nice piece. Those are definitely going into the must save for later, because we're gonna have to use crystals on those to get those down. That's actually a nice roll. We're actually getting some good stuff now. I think it's because our level's going higher. Oh, by the way, we just hit level 33. I'm pretty excited about that. So a good place for our vault torch is actually right under this tree. So I do like to keep it hidden, but it is going to work, and it should prevent mobs from bothering our base. We shouldn't have a problem with mobs anymore. Honestly, really, really nice. So that's going to prevent them from spawning around our base. It will not affect our mob spawner up top, though. So keep that in mind. Does not affect that. Shouldn't have to worry about it. But man, our stuff's looking good. By the way, this is where I can just toss all these random blocks, and it's just going to go right in there. All that random stuff, I can actually toss in there. I should be tossing, like, literally anything we find in there, you know, just because. That is the one thing. I can't wait for refined storage, because at this point, storage is just becoming an absolute nuisance. It really is. Did I even get a vault time in that run? I don't think I did, but I'm completely fine with that. I was kind of like semi-focusing on completing the objective, so I was killing way more mobs than I probably should have. But I also got an echo ore. That's pretty nice, right? An echo ore? Like, this ore is, you know, grants you an echo gem, and the uses for this are for some later tier stuff. So it's definitely worth getting that. All right, just like I said, I wanted to open up these mystery boxes. These are super fun. What do we get? Oh boy. That's a whole lot of stuffs. A lot of random stuff, actually, like lots of that. Luckily, I can just toss that in. Look at all this. Oh, this is so nice. Like, just this alone really added some convenience. Tons of ore. By the way, man, when we get to ore processing, woo, I got so much ore. So much. We need to getting more golden carrots, which I feel like they know that the golden carrots are used a lot. All right, and then let's go ahead and we'll do a little stacky here. Split those. That's good enough. And apparently, try and open. And out of all of that, that just goes to show how low the roll is. Absolutely nothing. Oh my. Well, guys, did you enjoy today's episode? Did you learn something? I don't know. I feel like I learned a little bit more about immersive engineering. I don't know. Every time I play with mods, I tend to learn something new. But anyways, guys, I do want to give a huge shout out to the sponsor of today's video, and that is going to be a huge thanks going to Dan11. Thank you so much for your amazing support, by the way, over on the Discord. And of course, guys, I say this every episode. If you're interested in joining the Discord, be sure to check out discord.gg/ChosenArchitect. It is a great community where you can hop on over there, chat with us, even voice chat. Yes, believe it or not, I do hang out with my own community. You may think it's crazy, you may think I'm lying, but I'm not. I legit love hanging out. So be sure to check that out. And of course, guys, if you did enjoy, be sure to check. You may be surprised that you're not subscribed. I know, that sounds crazy, but I've heard from several people every time I've mentioned it that they thought they were subscribed. They check and bam, they're not subscribed. And they're like, oh, I should probably click that button. So anyways, guys, thank you so much for your amazing support, and I'll see you in the next one. And as always, thanks for watching.